VCR Redux will begin in T-minus 5 minutes.
What the fart is VCR Redux?
It's the show where we take movies from the VCR era and bring them back to today.
Well, how do we do that?
Well, we start by talking about a VHS classic, and usually you'll say something like,
I haven't been this uncomfortable since I watched Meatballs 4 Meatballs to the Rescue with my parents. Oh yeah, or you'll say something stupid like,
I wish we lived in a world where the Garbage Pail Kids made as many movies as the Muppets.
but I know you'll always see it through with a positive attitude.
I hate this movie, I hate being here, I hate all of this. Oh, Jamie Kennedy. Oh, well, shit. Well, let's go for this.
He was in Son of Mask. This is genius.
I am not a gamer. I'd rather read books. I'm just
He's like the old lady that's like, I got video game monsters, I got movie monsters in here.
As long as we respect the passion and the artistry that went into these films.
You know, obviously they took this movie, it's 93, right? And you're like, what do you want to see in your Mario movie? And they're like, oh, we want it to be grim, we want a lot of death, we want tits and ass.
Oh, and then we start the pitch ideas with modern day sequels like
Weekend at Bernie's 3, Cocaine Mountain.
Sometimes we take it kind of seriously.
I'll watch a Paul Verhoeven alien movie.
Oh my gosh, that alien will have more vaginas than anything you've ever seen in your life. Sometimes this Hawaiian shirted fool will pitch something stupid like,
I would take out the virtual reality stuff and just have it be about Jeff Fahey mowing the lawn.
Sometimes the best pitches come from the live chat.
Alex Bonafonte also pitches Grand Theft Starfighter Vice Galaxy.
wait, I thought I had the best pitches.
And what happens at the end of the movie? The ultimate fart. The fart that the warmth goes like all the way down to your socks.
The only rules are, there are no rules. Sometimes we cross over franchises.
Only the truck from Tango and Cash can kill Christine.
And sometimes we travel back in time.
Like 1995 is missing a good Universal Soldier sequel.
But you never know what we're gonna pitch next.
What do you want Daniel Stern behind like a muzzled mask? Like,
We all know it should be Pesci behind the mask, and like underneath the mask, you should hear him going like fritter, 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 fritter.
you are so proud of yourself for that one. I can't stand you.
I would also love to see a Charles Bronson version of It's a Wonderful Life.
What?
Direct to DVD.
If you made a shot-for-shot remake of Scarface with Goofy as Al Pacino, it would be amazing. Gosh, you need me to be the bad guy.
It's like the worst 1987 Disney movie Disney's ever made. Schlongo, directed by Jim Wynorski.
Like, I would watch a whole bowl of that.
Do the John Holmes story. Add a comedy spin to it.
Wow, the Wonderland murders are so funny.
I'd watch it on my mobile.
Something happens and he goes into a coma. He gets like, hit by a car or something. I know this is dark, but like, bear with me. He's got to go on
Did you just go like Hard to Kill with Ferris Bueller?
I'd watch it on my iPad.
If you want to just like throw in the kitchen sink, I mean, it all works. Like Alien versus Predator versus RoboCop, like if that works. Alien versus Predator versus Terminator, that works.
Alien versus Predator versus Ernest, that works.
That works.
I respect everything you just said. I need David Silver and Terry Silver and the Sloan family all learning the Quicksilver, but they're doing it in Breakin' 3 Hydraulic Boogaloo. And it's underwater. It's gonna be incredible. Eat your fucking shit out, James Cameron. I got the underwater movie you can't touch.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Mr. Toxie Goes to Washington.
My ass would be in the theater tomorrow.
If Harley Quinn gets 7 movies, then Tank Girl should get at least 70.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
I mean, why should we even bother with Look Who's Talking when Air Bud is soaring to new highs?
All I know is I want Danny McBride.
I'd want him doing anything other than writing Halloween movies, honestly. Anything that keeps him away from that fucking job, I'm for it.
Just let him talk out of his butt. I don't care how he does it.
I'd rather not.
Austin Powers doing the Macarena.
That would be the opening credits. Come on.
But we have not yet had Die Hard on a half pipe. What if John McClane Jr. was a pro skateboarder and also an avid machine gun enthusiast? Skate or Die Hard.
come out during.
What up, virtual people? Welcome to the 202nd episode of VCR Redux, where we take your favorite franchises out of the analog era and bring them back to 2025. I'm your host, pop culture punk Chris Stiles, joined as always by my co-host with the most complaints, film professor Ian Klink.
How you doing, everybody?
And we have two radical guests on the show tonight. First up, the third leg of our VCR tripod himself, Mac Daddy Mickey Torres is Mick back on the show.
What's up, everyone?
And rounding out this righteous crew, he's one half of the creative genius behind Retro Fiend Radio, makers of the finest canon and martial arts docs on the interweb. Dustin Nino is back on the show.
El Nino.
Stoked to have you back, bud. Before we get to today's official business, do want to extend our well wishes to Mama Klink, who is recovering from shoulder surgery tonight.
Hi, Mom.
An injury she no doubt received from constantly shrugging in disappointment every time she found gas station pizza boxes underneath Ian's bed. But that's a story for another VCR.
Oh, you mean this gas station pizza?
Oh, you sick man. Oh, God, that's so gross. Oh, man.
Oh,
You know what,
sorry,
though?
baby.
This movie opens with Kevin Costner eating a hot dog raw, and that just sounds like horribly wrong. So I guess it's time to get down to business, folks, because we are here today to slice through the sand traps of Sonny Crockett, to drink at the river with Rene Russo, and to cure Kevin Costner of the double bogey blues. That's right, folks. This world needs Tin Cup 2, and we're here to give it to you. And by this world, I mean my world. My personal world. Yes, I forced this. I love Tin Cup, and that's why we're doing Tin Cup, folks.
This is definitely Chris's movie.
Get over it, Ian. But before Ian starts telling us about his gas station cup and the disgusting shit he did to it, we got a dish on how Tin Cup came into our lives and what we love about it. And of course, that goes double for you at home and everyone watching the live chat. Was it Love at First Laserdisc, Vital VHS? Hit us up in the chat and let us know how Tin Cup came into your lives. But Dustin, when did you first get tin cupped?
This was I think it was a rental or HBO. It's kind of fuzzy, but I remember all just watching it with the family, though. I definitely remember having that memory, and everyone just loving it, and thought it was hilarious. You know, everyone was Costner fans, and we weren't huge golf fans, other than I think my grandpa was probably a golfer. You know,
wow, and you're like our golf guru now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we were, we'd go golfing with him and stuff too. But that movie is such a golfer niche movie that it wasn't, we didn't seek it out for that. We just wanted to see it just because it was some Costner movie that looked funny, and it turned out to be, really funny.
Is this movie still one of those movies in the golf world that's very highly respected?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's
It's a movie where golfers have the poster in their
the golfer movie.
Okay, so this movie is to golfers what Backdraft is to firemen, probably.
Yeah. It's such a golf movie too, because it's 96 when it came out. Tiger Woods was 20 or something. He didn't win his first Masters until I think 97 or something. When he was 21. That was his first major. So I
remember, this was just before the Tiger Woods explosion. I do remember that for sure.
It was so niche, and a lot of people in the background, and a lot of the golfers too. It's funny, God, Mickelson was just a baby in it, and Stadler was just so young in it too. Looking rewatching it, I haven't seen it since it first came out. I was just tripping out on how young and baby faced a lot of the golfers were in it too. But a lot of people in the background, all the old guys, those are the move, they were probably marketing the movie too, at the time, because those are golf guys. But it's just I think it found a fair balance between just being a good comedy and then also just a really niche golfer movie that was pretty spot on. It nails the sort of attitude of golf, and golfer's mentality, a lot of people quoted it at work. So
I can see that. I could definitely see that. So what about Mac Daddy Mickey Torres? Was this a McDade or?
No, I think I either watched this on HBO or rented this. I'm not quite sure. I know I think I rented it, because the thing is we'll talk about it more later, but Rene Russo was one of the 90s queens. So
hands down, yes, yes, sir.
You put her in a movie, and I'm already I gotta watch this movie. So
that's right. That's what I'm saying. Finally.
Do you think she is the best though in Thomas Crown Affair?
I never even saw Thomas Crown Affair. I'm not
that's a
gonna
good
lie.
one.
Neither,
Yeah,
neither
no,
did I.
Oh, I loved her in that movie. I fell in love with
That's
her.
such a you at the country club thing to say. But you know, this is kind of your time to shine because we're finally golfing and you could finally put on the sweater vest and let us know, you know, when did Iowa Ian stumble upon this cinematic
I'm
masterpiece?
gonna say right now, I hate golf.
Oh,
I hate golf. I can't do it, you guys.
You don't
I
even like
want to
putt-putt?
do-
okay.
No,
Well, someone had to be the heel this week.
it's not that I'm a heel. I just don't. I don't
You
get
don't
it.
like putt-putt?
I don't get it. Like it's just I
It's
hit ball.
putt-putt. It's mini golf. You don't like mini golf?
No, it's just
Go to-
Ah.
the only sports I like is billiards, and I don't really think that's a sports. But
Sport. I like that. We'll do Color of Money at some point.
that's a good movie. But no, I remember this. They used to have this. They used to have Tin Cup on a trailer for some VHS, and I wish I could remember what it is. But I remember seeing that trailer all the time in front of that movie. And of course,
These are the glory. These are the glory days.
at this
No,
moment,
this shit's legendary. Like I'll never forget the Darkman trailer at the beginning of the Tremors tape. You know.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just that's what I remember the most. And I know we talked. Sorry, it's the pizza.
Gas station pizza.
It's ethanol.
My gas station pizza. But hold on. Anyway,
Don't let it flame.
what I mean is that the film is so good. I remember it being on HBO. I remember again, like we talked about last week, they did HBO for. They did an
First
HBO
Look.
First Look on.
I
Tin
do
Cup.
remember that.
And I remember
Oh,
like
I missed that one. I wish I had that. Why didn't they put that on the
Here's the
fucking
thing, it
DVD?
wasn't-
What
you know,
the fuck? You know, how come those
remember
HBO
that
First
too.
Looks almost never made it to DVDs? Like they'd have the Showtime on sets on DVDs
sometimes they
more
were, yeah,
often.
they're on some DVDs, but
Very rare. They should be on every Warner Brothers movie that fucking had one. Damn it!
Yeah, good.
Come
but
on.
I do remember. Yeah, I remember watching the First Look, and what I loved about it was that Cheech Marin was in this, and
Oh,
at
yeah.
that time I just gotten into Cheech and Chong,
Oh wow.
and so like I know.
Human. I didn't know he ever watched these kinds of things.
Oh, Cheech and Chong's next movie is the epitome of why good sequels exist. Okay,
They
Terminator
they
2,
never.
There's Cheech and Chong's next movie, and then there's Caddyshack 2. That is the trifecta, people, of good sequels. Okay.
Now he's spitting. Now this man is spitting. I
No,
love it.
I'm spitting good stuff and
Spitting
really
fucking gas station pizza,
really
but
greasy
inside that there's
pizza.
some fucking truth. God damn it! I love it. I'm here for it.
but
So
but that's what I remember. And then of course it was on HBO. And then this is one of those HBO would show it was safe to show during the day kind of movies. So I remember Tin Cup just always being on. It's like, you know, you'd watch the one movie you wanted to watch, and then 2 movies later was always Tin Cup, you know, for a while there.
so you just never the movie never really sucked you in. You're more of a Dances with Wolves guy. That's your Kevin Costner joint. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh no, well, yeah, I mean more Silverado though was more my
Okay, more pretentious, but more
more
agreeable at the
pretentious.
same
What,
time.
that more pretentious than dancing. If I had said the Postman is what brought me in for Costner, then I'd be pretentious.
We're gonna wind up circling back to the Postman tonight, my
We
friend.
always
You've
should,
planted a
everything.
seed, yeah. We
But,
always should.
But no, but I mean, it was on, and it was a funny movie. It's just not one of those like. It doesn't draw me, but again, I also could put this in the category of if you're not a golfer, it's funnier if you're a golfer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know,
I
I
think
think
it's like you gotta
Yeah.
like sports. I think you gotta like sports.
yeah,
You don't have to like
Yeah.
sports. No, I agree with you 100%. You gotta like sports.
You know, I disagree that I don't. You know, I'll get to this, but needless to say, this movie is a high watermark for me, and I'm not exactly the fucking golfy guy there that ever golfed by any stretch. But
Neither am I. No.
Yeah, we'll circle back around to that. I do want to get to the live chat though. We've got a couple people watching tonight, and everyone who's watching for Tin Cup, I love you all. You're my people. Thank you so much for being here. We've got Cobra Kai Never Dies, our good friend Joanne, Angie Saunders, the mashup genius, Whiskey 41, the great Alex Bonafonte, Mikey Riffraff, the other mashup genius. We got Caitlin Altman, America's Next Top Model, Oscar Toronzo, the statue, Michael Ricci, our favorite location scout, and Rand in the chat thus far. Rand, you are due for a nickname. We're going to work on that tonight. Whiskey 41 starting us off. I know a lady that sank a 20-foot putt with no hands, and he winks. I don't even know. That went over my head. Yeah. So Oscar says, my parents and uncles and aunts saw this movie. That's how I saw it. Rand says, it's a movie they play on Canada Golf Channel at Christmas time. Are you from Canada, Rand? Because I have a great Canadian affection. I've always loved our neighbors to the north. I feel like it's my homeland. I need to go there someday. It's a goal of mine in life.
Same
Anyway,
here. And they've given us great actors: Keanu Reeves,
Michael J. Fox, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah.
They gave us Rush
Pamela
and Bare
Anderson.
Naked Ladies.
Hello, Dave Thomas. Thank you.
John Candy,
Dave Coulier,
Dan Aykroyd,
Alanis Morissette.
The fucking hits don't stop, people. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Kids in the
Gotham.
Hall, fucking Dave
Good
Foley,
stuff. Chris Jericho. We can
Bruce
go on.
McCullough. I'm just gonna
Bret
keep naming the
Hart,
Kids in the
Bret
Hall.
Hart.
God damn it. Scott Thompson,
In the hall.
Scott Wolf.
Kevin McDonald.
Hmm.
All right,
Give
I'm
me a
done.
Kids
John
in the
Candy.
Hall. Give me a Kids in the
John
Hall.
Candy
golf
from Canada.
movie.
We
That's
need to do Brain Candy. I swear we're doing Brain Candy at some
Give
point.
me
That's
a
another
Kids in
one
the
I'll
Hall.
force
Give me a
through.
Kids
for
in the
us.
Hall golf movie, and I'm there.
So Michael Ricci says getting tin cupped sounds like a kick to the balls. Angie Saunders says I watched this last night. So if that was for this, thank you and you're welcome, because you know this movie rules. So there's no way you could watch this with 2025 eyes and not rejoice. Whiskey says yeah, golf sucks, and Rand says yes, I am birthplace of Canada. Well, Rand, you are our #1 Canadian on this show then. So getting to my
He's a
first
Canuck.
time. He's a Canuck, our
You're
favorite.
more Canadian than a goose.
So my first time getting tin cupped is not like the first time of it is not that great of a story, I guess. Other than it was uniquely one of like the 0 times ever in my life. I remember getting ready for school and my parents were watching a tape they had rented, and I can only imagine it means my dad fell asleep watching it the night before and was going to finish it before he like left for work that day, which I deeply respect. So I literally see like the spoiler ending. I see like the fucking 12 shots in the water, hitting the 12, or the 11, whatever. And like that gets spoiled for me, but like I'm like, okay, this seems like Costner's doing like all the right Costner notes, because Costner is like really hit or miss for me. It's like Field of Dreams, Home Run, Untouchables, Grand Slam, movies like No Way Out. I've just tried to watch it so many times, it just never really, fucking pulls me in, those,
Like Bodyguard. Bodyguard was
the
good too.
Postman, the Waterworld.
He's the Will Ferrell of dramatic movies.
Yeah,
What's
like
the one
specifically in the 90s alone, like he was incapable of doing a
gold.
medium movie. It was either
was
like
gold.
pure shit or pure gold. Robin Hood, that's probably better than any Robin Hood movie deserves to be, even without the English accent. But
That was
so
horrible.
Amazing how much that tricked all of us. It tricked all of us.
Oh yeah,
it was
I didn't even
91. We were 7 at best.
Yeah.
We didn't know better.
yeah. It just said crazy.
But this movie quickly became something that I replayed time and time and time and time and time and time again. I mean, I've probably seen this movie over 100 times, easily.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
that's not an exaggeration. I love this movie. And it's one of those chicken soup for the soul movies because
Okay.
For sure.
of all the movies, of all the Costner joints, this is the one I want to smoke every day. This is the one that I am Roy McAvoy. Like, this is, I relate to this character more. He's in my top 5. This is in my top 5 chicken soup for the soul movies and my top 5 like movie characters. This is also, I think, deeply a guy's movie, and I think that's okay. And I mean that in the best way possible. It's not toxic or anything like that. It's not like some blow up action movie or some war movie or prison movie or something like, anything like that. But I just think that like I always
It's
got
kinda
it.
like
Like
a-
hitting like that 12 is so what makes this movie would have been great without that. If you won, and they gave you the happy ending, it still would have been a great fucking movie. but that is what makes it legendary. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like a
and
the
rom-com
Rocky ending.
drama.
I love
yeah,
it.
it's the
Yeah,
Rocky of
no,
golf. They called
it,
it that. It was like on the fucking poster.
yeah,
Yeah.
it works. Yeah, no, it absolutely works. 100%. I totally agree. Yeah.
And this
Let me ask
also
you, though,
takes you.
Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead, Chris.
No. I was just gonna say real quickly. This also takes you back to a time. Well, first of all, I feel like this is very autobiographical of Kevin Costner. This is kind of his movie career at this point. And he's one of those guys that sort of make movies sort of about themselves and where they are. Like, he's fallen off a little bit. He's not riding high right off of fucking Field of Dreams anymore. He's had some water worlds under his belt. He's had some fucking misfires. The hairline's receded a little bit. Like, he's not quite as unstoppable as he once was.
Yeah.
But he's still got some fucking great golf swings in his system. And that's kind of like, this movie's sort of about, that, I guess. And I don't, I could just fucking go on for days about this movie. The way it looks. It also, like, the whole, like, ensemble cast in this movie. Don Johnson is incredible as the villain. Cheech Marin is, like, the best buddy sidekick you'd ever want in your life. Dennis Berkeley, all those fucking guys in the crew, Linda Hart, honey, it's in Odessa. I'm from Odessa, and that's where it is. All right, like I love that shit. All of them. The waffle, yes, the fucking Waffle House scene is gold,
I will say,
man.
this is the movie that introduced me to Don Johnson.
Hey, there's no wrong. There's no
This
fucking
is
wrong
this
way.
is the movie. Like I never watched Miami Vice. I never did, but like this is a movie. I was like, oh, this guy's kind of interesting.
There is no wrong way to Don Johnson.
Give me a vibe that like Don Johnson's career too is probably not doing well. He's probably tired as fuck as Miami Vice. He wanted something different, and I think this played. It feels like he definitely played against his character because he's a great character actor. He's definitely not normal. He doesn't usually play the asshole, smug guy. He's always a handsome lead or whatever.
But he's so fucking good looking. It's like, how has this guy not been a villain more? Like, he's great as a villain,
And I wonder, like, if that's what led to Nash Bridges or whatever.
It is. Yeah, this is directly.
Nash Bridges. Nash Bridges came. We're the only show in this world that acknowledges Nash Bridges. I want to bring
fucking A. Goddamn right. Hell yeah.
God bless the USA Network. Silk Stockings and Nash Bridges all the way.
Again, there's no wrong way to USA Network. I want to put that.
There's no wrong. This show.
No wrong way to USA
Network.
All right. There's some wrong ways to USA. We're doing them right now.
There's
Fuck.
never wrong.
Oh Jesus. But we were in a better way in '96 when Tin Cup came out.
But I will say what I've. Besides, like I said, Cheech Marin is probably the best part of this whole movie. That was what I was going to say earlier. But also, do you guys actually, as a sports movie, because I love sports movies. I don't like playing sports, but I love sports movies. I love sports documentaries. Sports documentaries are my jam. It takes out all the boring innings. Just give me the good stuff. That's all I want. I want the hits. I want the, just tell me.
I don't want to watch a football game, but I'll watch Any Given Sunday 1,000 more times in life.
But do you like it when it's a Rocky ending where they lose, or do you like it where they win?
If it's earned, any ending has to be earned. The ending is like the most fucking important part of every fucking story, and it's some movies earn their good or bad or shitty ending or whatever you want to call it. Some movies do not. In Tin Cup, it's so profoundly earned. I think it's earned maybe even more than in the first Rocky film.
I kind of like. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dustin.
No, that's it. I was just saying that's fair.
I kind of like the happy kind of like we did it or I did it ending. Most of the time, that it's just something like, and even still, like when I watch this movie, I still like think like, no, he's still gonna win. Like it's like like
he's gonna come back next year and he's gonna fucking win.
Exactly.
To me,
like,
he won when he got when he got Rene Russo. It was like he already that was.
Truth, man. Yeah, Rene Russo
like,
really works.
The pressure was off. He just needed to
I mean, that's a prize right there. But
it's
also
one of those,
oh, sorry. He has 2 records. His character in this movie has 2 records. He shot the lowest round of golf, right? He beat Jack Nicklaus's record apparently.
Yeah.
And then he also did that 12th shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
legendary.
It evened out to whatever. Yeah, he didn't win after whatever after all the last 2 days of the final round. But that was another interesting too. Is they really detail all 4 rounds too. It's like if you don't know what the fuck's going on and you don't understand like tournament formats like golf, you're gonna be kind of you're kind of like they're lost. They don't kind of hold your hand a little bit,
It still goes over my head a little bit,
Yeah, I was surprised by how niche it was because it's like if you don't kind of understand a lot of that, it's like, man, you might just be bored watching.
I
this
still
without
don't understand any of it.
It's like poker.
It doesn't
movies
matter
for
if you
me.
don't though, because you get the story. You get.
Yeah,
I mean, they hold your hand when you need to be held right at the end. When they say if he doesn't do this, he's not going to qualify. He won't turn in a card, and he can't. Blah blah blah. They tell you what the stakes are.
Which is nice. You're right.
Which,
And-
to be honest, before I saw this movie, I didn't know that that was a thing, that you have to return like like a ball or whatever case may be. Like, at
Yeah,
the
you only
end
have
of the
12 balls
tournament.
in your bag or something,
Yeah.
whatever it is, or however
I
many.
did not
yeah.
know that. I did not know
I
that.
don't know how many it is, but something like that. Dustin could probably tell you a lot better. I don't know why I'm talking about it.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a limit of how many shots you can hit a hole. It might be 12. I'm not sure. I think maybe if you do have a certain number of balls, you probably can't go back and get more.
If you're
Same
keeping
thing with
by
clubs.
the rules.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you're not going to
swing as many times I want till I hit the ball.
But I will say there's a couple things about this movie that I think are why it will sort of live forever. One, Ian, you always say what makes a great role is when you think I can't see anyone else playing that role, and I can't see anyone else playing the Costner role in this. Like this is perfect for him.
Yeah.
I also want to say this, and I hate that I'm about to say this because I never say this shit, but this is like profoundly the most of any movie I think we've ever done of like a movie that could not be made today. And I hate saying that you can't do this today, you can't do that today. But we don't have a movie star like Kevin Costner. He's made like by dads, for dads, and of dads. Like Kevin Costner is profoundly dad. He's 100% Americana
I think Steven
dad.
Seagal takes the hat for that one. If you
No.
I mean,
No,
he
no,
was
no.
Jonathan
Steven
Kent
Seagal
for
is
all
for
the-
divorced dads and deadbeat
Yep.
dads and drug addict dads. All right, alcoholic dads are for Steven
mean-
Seagal. The dads that are fucking making it work and doing what needs to be done for the kids, doing the right thing. Those are the dads that are watching the fucking Costner movies, and those dads
I get
needed
that.
this movie.
I will say, can I also say one more thing though about like the 90s? There's something I think that is magical. Whatever camera and film stock, I might have said this on the show.
Yeah,
before.
yes,
Yep.
thank you.
1990s Warner Brothers film stock
Yeah,
camera. Mwah.
Kodak.
Like
right when you get
Or
into the
whatever.
mid 90s. All right, I've said
Lethal Weapon 3, the Tin Cup, Shawshank Redemption.
Renee Russo. I mean, shit, you could shoot
Clint
her
Eastwood,
on fucking
absolute-
Polaroid. She's gonna look gorgeous.
Like,
you know?
I don't care what anybody says about the movie, but Absolute Power with Clint Eastwood, you will. I don't. You could put.
Oh, The Client is one of the best looking Blu-rays you'll
Like,
ever own
you
too.
could
Yeah, it's
put-
another Warner Brothers joint.
You could put the Titanic cinematography and the Brutalist cinematography up there, and I'm going to show you Absolute Power. Like, it's
I'll
just,
show you fucking Basic.
Yeah, I will
Instinct,
say
and I'll show you the coolest fucking noir movie you never saw. Like people don't realize like how fucking cool cop, wide angle lens. People talk shit about
oh, some.
how cheesy that is, dude. That's a fucking sick cop
There's just
movie.
something about how it looks. It's just so.
Oh, totally agree. Yeah.
Tin Cup, like, I
Yeah.
mean, if Tin Cup was lit today, it would not be lit.
No, that
it-
whole movie is at fucking Magic Hour. They must have spent they must have spent way long to shoot that movie because they only had like an hour to shoot each fucking scene. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
just something about the look of Tin Cup. Like I said, I'm not as into the movie as I am.
Oh,
Like,
it's beautiful. Yeah.
just
I just got the
beautiful
Warner Archive
photography.
Blu-ray in the mail today. And like, folks, treat yourself to that one. Like, that is one of the best looking Warner Archive Blu-rays I've ever seen. I watched it on my 86-inch. Fantastic. I mean, just beautiful cinematography. Also want to give props to the soundtrack to this. It is a very good soundtrack. It even makes me like tap my foot to fucking country songs. I don't fucking do that kind of shit.
yeah.
All right. Like, that's not me.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
No.
one thing about the movie is it PG-13? It's PG-13, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Which-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
which-
want, it's not
which-
R. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
They
though,
wouldn't have shown
because,
it during the
like,
day on
PG-13
HBO if it
movies
was
would
R.
allow you like, they allow you like one F-bomb and then like one
Yeah.
set of titties. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, they put in the.
Oh
obligatory
yeah, no,
tattoo.
there is
the strip
a brief flash of breasticles.
And I was
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
God bless the 90 movies when PG-13 when you're a kid and you're like, oh shit. You know?
Yeah, they snuck that in. 16 Candles gives you full frontal nudity. And they're like, we're PG. I don't know what you're talking about. We're PG fucking film, you know? Like, holy shit.
Only comedy though. If it was a drama and they did that, it would have been at 100%.
Nah, Titanic begs to differ, as does Tin Cup, which is a drama.
Oh, the
And
beat
Kevin
there, but
Costner.
before-
Kevin Costner, first of all, I gotta talk about this too. Kevin Costner was nominated for a Golden Globe and didn't win. Was not nominated for an Oscar. That's a mistake. I'm sorry. That's a fucking mistake that he was not nominated for this movie. And a mistake that the movie itself was not nominated for Best Picture. Because I want to bring this up. Because I remember watching the Oscars this year, 1996, and thinking, what the fuck are we even doing? There's some respectable nominations. Braveheart, Apollo 13. Okay, I get that.
Oh,
Then
I thought this was my English patient here. I was gonna be like,
no, then there's Sense and Sensibility. All right, you know, maybe I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna lie, you know, so I can't speak to that.
Gorgeous movie.
So then we have Babe. All right, fucking
Okay,
Babe.
I'm with Chris on this.
Babe, no, I'm sorry. Tin Cup, get the fuck out of there, Babe. Tin Cup deserves a spot way more than fucking. I'm not saying you need to win. All right, I respect Braveheart. Even though it kind of has aged like shit, and so just like Mel Gibson's aged like fucking even worse.
Babe is kind of cute if you look.
Mel Gibson as a human being is aged like milk in the fucking sun. So, you know.
You know what I was thinking though, like with Costner's career, he's always like dipping his toes in projects that are already, you know, like Wyatt Earp, Tombstone, you know, like Horizon and Yellowstone. You know, he wants to do things his own way, so he'll just make his own shit. And
Which is like what Tin Cup's about too, and like even like the crew, he gets the guy from Bull Durham and like his boys back, Linda Hart from Perfect World, and like you know all these people he's worked with.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking him. I'm glad that he
yeah.
wants to do his own stuff. He's so passionate about it, and then you know I love how he really sticks to the script and the writing. It's super important to him. He'll really film like everything that's written. That's why his movies are so fucking long, which I really admire. But I'm also thinking like. Because I read that they wanted him for the part of Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore because they were shooting that movie too, and I'm like, did he just think like I wondered did he think like I like this movie but I have a better version and I want to go with this and do my own version of this, you know.
Fascinating, actually.
An interesting shooter, but you know that
Hey,
movie
they wanted Don Johnson for Shooter.
No, I think he was. I remember Costner, but maybe it was it? I thought it was Costner. They wanted to play a shooter.
Oh wow!
So
I guess I could see it. Yeah.
Maybe it was Don Johnson, but I thought it was interesting that like Kevin Costner was like, it's interesting, but because you know it's his version of Happy Gilmore. You know, it's definitely like if Kevin Costner did Happy Gilmore, he'd make
for sure. And like you know, box office wise, I'm sure Happy Gilmore made a little bit more money. Although Tin Cup did open at #1, and was quite a successful film. But I'm sure you know, like Happy Gilmore was, I think, the movie like essentially. Almost like the way Jim Carrey came out with Ace Ventura. I know, you know, Billy Madison was first, but like Happy Gilmore was a huge success. Billy Madison was like a video store success, you know.
Right.
It was a cult success.
Well, that's where I also think Tin Cup made its success is HBO and you know a Blockbuster Video. I mean,
but again, just going to the numbers themselves, the movie opens at #1, above Jack, above Time to Kill, above The Fan, above Independence Day, above Escape from LA, last week's joint. So you know, it's
it hard?
Give it its just desserts.
Was it hard?
Hey, Escape from LA has one of the greatest surfing scenes in movie history.
Jack wasn't bad. I mean, it just
Jack. I've seen Jack probably like 10 times on HBO. Some of those movies.
I love that.
Same here.
Jack is the movie that all of us Francis Ford Coppola completists are like.
HBO made
you fucking weirdos, and that's the first one in Michael. That's the first joint I'm smoking. Is like, goddamn.
That's the DVD that you can't find anywhere.
No, I need the fucking Blu-ray of that. I need Jack in fucking 4K. Diane Lane, you know, right at just like the moment she turned into fine wine, like right there. Everything before Jack, like it's okay, you know, but everything from Jack on. That sounds so bad to say. Everything from Jack.
I was kind of letting you kind of finish that one there, buddy.
Yeah, well. Leave enough rope.
I guess he did finish. Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh Lord. Well, we are past the half hour, folks. It is time. Well past time. What could we possibly do to put Tin Cup back in action? We may have to break out our.
Non-negotiable. No, if you don't have Kevin Costner, I'm out.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah,
Duh.
no,
It's
you
like-
definitely have Costner.
First of
I
all,
want-
speaking of not having Costner, I just want to say this: they just announced some Noah Centino or some whatever guy's Young Rambo. Fuck that shit. I'm saying it here first. Young Rambo is gonna tank. I don't have any interest in any of that. The old
Is
Rambo.
Stallone doing it? Is Stallone doing it?
Nope.
No, it's Young Rambo. It's
Yeah, but is
fucking-
Stallone writing it or directing it?
I don't care if Stallone's serving fucking craft service, man. Like that's not if no, he's playing Rambo or I'm not watching it. All right, no,
He's getting
no
a
one else
Kevin-
is
yeah, he-
Rambo.
he's getting
I
a
don't
Kevin
want to
Costner.
see another
Doesn't
Indiana
matter.
Jones. I don't want to see another fucking Rambo.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
And
another
then-
Marty McFly. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know, like, just keep recasting James Bond already. Like, goddamn. Like,
So-
all right, rant
So
over.
back to Tim Cup.
Yeah, back to Tim Cup. Thank you. Sorry.
So for me, like I thought like one of the cool things, like if you were gonna do Tim Cup now, obviously you have to get, Costner, you have to get Rene Russo, you have to,
100%.
you gotta get
Oh, yeah.
those. And then like the life on the driving range. Like I wanna see that. Like I wanna see the cast of characters, how they live. I mean, like in my world, Kevin
okay.
Costner, like maybe he did go on, he qualified for the next year and this and that, and he started to become, doing circuits, whatever case may be, but he never became like a top star. Like to me, like he doesn't become a top star. He's like on the bubble kind of guy. He does like maybe he does the open, but he doesn't do any other things because he's a simple dude. He wants his Waffle House, he wants all that stuff. So he
Yeah.
just still lives in Texas, and everything else like that. They still run the driving range. Now, obviously, she's making good money because, like, she's being the therapist, the psychologist for all the golfers now. And then he could be making, like, good money because now it's like everybody wants to go to his driving range to learn how to play and everything else like that. So you get like to me, it's like it would be so cool as a show. And I hate to do the cop out, but it's like it would be so cool as a show because it's like then every day you're meeting more and more of these characters, you're getting more and more life, and maybe he's like the parents start to bring their kids to the driving range because they want their kid to be a golfer or pro golfer. Maybe he tutors a golf kid or whatever case may be, and that would be kind of cool too. I just think that their world is so vibrant. I mean, like we talked about the Waffle House scene. Just that scene alone, where all the friends come down to support him and everything else like that, and then
yeah.
they're in the Winnebago or whatever the hotel the hotel together. They're all in one room or whatever case may be.
Yeah,
it's just like that's like that kind of life. Like I want to see that like every day. Like just show me that.
That's everything I want out of life right
Yeah.
there. That's it. Yeah.
I mean, and there
100%.
was like so much. Like I mean, like we touched on it, but there's so much of these good movies back in the 90s. I mean,
So yes, I do want to. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I do just want to say real quick. I often talk about how we were lost in the '90s, but there were these beautiful films like Tin Cup, and the ones that came through are the ones that had heart. They're the ones that were like, you know what? We don't know if it's grunge or if it's this or if it's rap. We're not focused on any of that. We're just gonna tell a great story from the heart. And all that other shit has like aged like again like milk in the fucking sun, where you have like word dad, like word son. I hate that shit. But anyway,
yeah.
continue. Sorry.
No,
Can you-
that's so I'm just saying.
Please
I'm
do
saying
that one more time, Chris.
word.
Word dad, word son. There.
yeah. It would be interesting if like they liked his old.
What's
VW
Chris's
driving
name?
range.
Cool.
Oh, we're doing Parenthood someday. God damn it. Oh,
See,
that
that's the thing.
is so
that-
happening.
During that time, you had that. You had there was so many movies that are similar in look and feel to like Tin Cup. You mean, like I said, you go to, Parenthood. Like this movie just reminds me of like Parenthood, Doc Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
stuff
another
like that.
Warner
Hope
Archive joint.
Hope Floats came later, but like,
Even a
I'm
little
just
bit of
saying, like,
Swingers. There's a little bit of that, like Southwest, too, when they're in like Vegas and stuff like that. There's a little bit of that, Sunset Magic Hour kind of independent spirit.
Yeah, Warner Brothers in the '90s. There's something about call that VistaVision, call that like awesome vision, whatever it is, but there was a look, and I love.
You're right. Particularly the movies that were shot in scope and shot in ultra
Yeah,
wide.
it
You
was
know,
just it's a group.
yeah,
Unforgiven. I mean, like they all
yeah,
have a really amazing look.
they really do.
Those are
Yeah,
the movies that, like, if sometimes they put movies back out on, in the theater just to watch. Usually they're like Halloween or something like that. Like, oh, the original movie playing in the theaters again, whatever the case may be. Sometimes I would love nothing more than like a movie theater that showed some of these older 90s movies. Like, give me Doc Hollywood
Oh,
in
yeah.
theater again. so I
Manville's
can sit
doing
there
that.
and watch
Manville's
that.
just showing Days of
They
Confused
do that.
recently. Yeah, that's pretty
Yep.
cool. Reading cinemas
Yep.
in Manville, New Jersey,
It's
folks.
it's funny. We are culturally, and I've seen this. We are starting to get to where the '90s are the nostalgia.
Oh,
I
we've
mean,
been there. We've been there for
well, I
over
mean,
10
we've
years.
been there,
Over 10 years.
like I see movie theaters are showing Shawshank now. Movie theaters are redoing, and they're show. What did I see the other day?
Forrest Gump. I mean, yeah, this shit's 30 years old now, you know? Like, of
I mean, it's
course.
like I thought about this, or I saw this. I went to go see Naked Gun the other day with my dad.
Brilliant. I loved it.
Oh, honestly, we'll talk after the show because it wasn't as bad as I thought. But they showed a trailer beforehand, which was for 20 years ago was the 40-year-old virgin.
Holy
It's the 20th
fucking
anniversary screening.
shit. So he would be the
I went-
60-year-old virgin now. Wow.
I went, wow, that was 20 years ago.
I just had
Holy
that moment with Thank
Wow.
You for Smoking, an old
Yeah,
Jason Reitman joint.
And it's like Tin Cup and these movies, like we're starting to acknowledge this time period where, let's be honest, with the Clinton scandal and everything else, I think the 90s kind of got wiped away at a certain point. But now we're all starting to like look back upon it and kind of go like, oh, interestingly enough.
So I'm thinking about this. It's interesting you made a point there. The 90s, in essence, were probably about 3 decades worth of culture packed into 1 decade, right? Like you have those like that first like early 90s, and this is like 90, 91, beginning of 92, where it's just the 80s part 2. And that's a great time.
The squiggly blue cup at the skating rink. That's 1992.
Well, that's the other side of the night. That's part of the 90s. I feel like that goes from
the
90
Taco Bell,
to 2000,
the Taco Bell.
Yeah. That's a another story for you, but so you go from that in like that New Jack Swing and like MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, early 90s, you know what I mean? CNC Music Factory, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, New Kids on the Block, and
Billy
that's the
Joel's
80s.
We Didn't Start the Fire.
Well, that's 89, I think. But I mean, you get the point. It's like then you go to the early grunge stuff, and then you have that weird like kind of, I don't even know what you call that, like 96, particularly, like when we were kind of in the Aliens,
I have a word
Independence
for
Day.
it. I have a perfect word for it. Tamagotchi.
Okay, yeah, 96, the Tamagotchi era, right? Then you get to like the
Tamagotchi-
97,
was
you
the
get to like
Tamagotchi.
the ska era for me at least, where it's like, kind of like punk and ska bands are sort of taking over. But then you get to, by the time you get to like 98, it's like the boy bands and the pop all comes back. And that's kind of where 98 and 99 are, the end of the night. So that's a bunch of different decades worth of culture.
That's why
So-
Blink 182s came in.
Right. So
the guitar
but
riff that's
but
like
throughout all that, there is the steady hand of the 90s. On the other side of that, you have movies like Tin Cup and like The Firm and The Pelican Brief, and they're just like rock solid. They're like really, they might not all be home runs, but they're
Drama was Drama was really popular in the 90s too.
What's
Where
that one In the Line of Fire? There's a lot of these joints. Warner Brothers did a lot of these really solid base hit movies, that weren't, they didn't have to be fucking home runs or grand slams, but solid fucking
they all
hit.
can't be in the nick of time,
Oh God.
Yeah,
all right.
Nick of
Nobody's
Time was
perfect, all
great.
right.
That was great.
Hey,
I
Primal
like it.
Nick of Time is like hey, here's the one movie Johnny Depp was normal.
I love Nick of Time. I'm sorry. I love Nick of Time.
That and The Game are like, that's the taste of Diet Coke in the 90s that I don't like.
Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate.
Oh,
was
Devil's
92.
Advocate is fucking dope. I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
Astronaut's
have,
Wife.
there's pitches in the chat, and I'm being
Yeah,
a piece of shit for neglecting. So let's start off. We got Angie Saunders with the pitch. Andy's pitch: at a charity golf event, unknown to each other, Roy and David, both retired, are scheduled to compete. David goads Roy into betting his remaining assets on the outcome of the match. Oh, I like that. So just sort of a one, yeah, I like that. It's a personality, a grudge match thing that won't die. That's Rocky and Apollo fighting it out 30 years later. I love that. Oscar Toronzo, the statue with the pitch, his pitch, Tin Cup versus Happy Gilmore. Both crews compete against each other for the ultimate golf tournament. Soon enough, they pull their nasty tricks and it escalates into a battle royale. I like that. I think it would be better than what Happy Gilmore 2 was. Yeah, shots fired there.
I liked it.
Go back. Everybody was kind of funny though.
Go back and watch our Happy Gilmore 2 episode, folks. I think we had maybe
a better pitch.
I think we might have no fucking horseshit or close enough to the same pitch.
No killing
in 1 hour.
Spoiler.
Yeah, we didn't want Julie Bowen to fucking die. Sorry.
Well, he just went right for it. He went right for it. I was skidding around it. You
spoiled it.
We said spoiler alert. It happens 2 seconds into the fucking movie. All right, I'm not ruining.
You went straight to the crying game. The secret is he's a boy.
They may as well put that shit in the trailer, for Christ's sakes. For crying out loud. It's like killing off what's his name at the beginning of Iron Eagle 2. Any rate, Michael Ricci with the pitch. His pitch, Tin Cup second swing. I like the title. 2 decades after his legendary U.S. Open meltdown, Roy Tin Cup McIlroy is coaxed out of retirement to coach a rising but troubled golf prodigy, forcing him to confront his own demons, rekindle old passions, and take one last shot at redemption. I like that. I do. I have some similar things in mind. And we will get to that. And of course, our first blue pitch is coming from Whiskey 41 himself. Whiskey's pitch, Tin Cup is back, but this time he's got to go all Frank Farmer as a mini golf course executive starts to get a little handsy with his teenage staff. Steven Seagal co-stars in 2 Girls, 1 Tin Cup. Genius. I love how you slipped the Seagal in there. I never see it coming until it's too late.
I gave that pitch for the title of this.
You just pitched with executive precision, my friend, which may be the subtitle of next week's episode. And if anyone can figure out what that means we're doing next week, kudos to you. But Gold's Code also... Executive... I said, no. I said executive precision. And,
we're doing Pushington next week.
No. Oh, no.
On another good.
We can only push it so hard before it breaks.
Movie, you guys. Pushington was actually kind of a good '90s movie.
It's sort of true.
It was a good movie.
You can do worse. But no tin pot dictators on this show. This is the people's show, all right, and the people have spoken, and we're doing
this is the people's show.
This is, all 4 of you in the chat. It's your show. There's the exact same number of people watching as there are making the show. It's great. Well, technically, we have MK in the background, so thank you, MK. You tipped the ratio out of our favor. But there's one more pitch in the chat from Gold's Code. Gold's Code's pitch, of course, you may want to cover your ears for this one, Ian. His pitch, Devil's Backbone is paved over to make a golf course, but Roy just can't navigate it without the help of Mitchell and crew. It's blading and birdies in Tinborn 4, brah. Oh, I love that.
Can you imagine them blading with it, and they have the golf, they have the golf club, and they're hitting, balls down the Devil's Backbone, see who can get it farther.
Okay, I'm gonna go off the beaten path on this one. Just out of curiosity, is there a world where you can pull basically a meatballs, a kitchen sink? Can you throw every golf movie into one movie, right? Can you do a movie where it is Tin Cup with a gopher?
Caddyshack?
No. With Caddyshack. Like, is there a movie where Chevy Chase is the owner of a golf club where, Roy has to compete again on this golf, and the villain actually this time is Adam Sandler as Happy Gilmore, kind of jerkish, Happy Gilmore.
Right.
Oh
is there other golf? What are other golf?
I mean, just because you could, I don't know if you ever stopped to ask whether or not you should.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool if you did like a wacky races or like a laugh Olympics where you had them all like
Look,
combined.
Look, you're talking to a guy where you can't get better than the epitome of golf than Dorf on golf. So,
Then Leslie Nielsen golf
this is where I'm at.
videos.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen's dumb golf. I mean, you can't. Get better.
All right, if Leslie
Wasn't
Nielsen
that Tim
shows
Conway?
up, I'm in favor.
Tim
of
Conway
any-
was Dorf.
Yeah,
right?
Tim Conway is Dorf for the other.
Oh God!
the little
Why
guy.
didn't Leslie Nielsen ever do an Oscar bait parody? Like, because Tin Cup is sort of like Oscar-y, it's sort of Oscar baity,
Yeah.
I guess. They would probably thought, we got a fair chance at awards. If they would have put it out a little bit later in the year, they probably would have been a shoo-in for award ceremony.
I mean, I'd be willing to throw in Tom Arnold from National Lampoon's Golf Punks. I'd be willing to do this.
Is Randy Quaid from
To make-
Caddyshack 2 coming around?
Oh,
Does Dan Aykroyd come in?
That's an Oscar-winning performance. Randy Quaid in Caddyshack 2.
But not Dan Aykroyd in
Baseball bat-
Caddyshack
oh.
2. Yeah.
The best. Oh.
Dan Aykroyd flew too close to the sun in the 80s, and cocaine may have been the blame. We'll never know. Some secrets.
The more you know.
So I thought that kind of one way I tend to like to go with spin-offs and like offshoots and things like that. Because I think Tin Cup's story is so perfectly done. Like, I almost don't even want to touch it, right? Like, it's perfect. Almost don't even want to see him win next year,
Yeah.
Because that's not who Tin Cup is, Great, I hope it happens for him. I do hope it happens, but I don't know if we need to see it. If there's enough of a movie there to tell. I mean, I would fucking totally watch it, don't get me wrong. But I would also love to see two offshoots of this movie. One, a redemption story for David Sims. I would love to see, like, him, fucking Don Johnson on the tour the next year. Maybe he, I don't know. Maybe there's a story there, maybe not. But I would also love to see the caddy get a shot. Why can't we do a movie where he's in the US Open next year? Yeah, Romeo's in the
What about, like, to your point, what if Don Johnson's character, he loses his touch, like he's losing on the tours and this and that, and he has to go to Costner, to Tin Cup, to try to get his swing back.
I mean, the thing is, these guys are so old, so they have to be played on the senior tour now. So it's
right. Yes. Now it's like right. Fucking.
You'd have to design some story where it's like.
That's if you did it now. Like, if you did it like back then, that could be cool.
Yeah, if you did time travel, like I would have loved like a 1999 Tin Cup too. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, that would have been great. I mean, it'd be great to do like some senior tour thing now, where maybe Roy and Sims are competing for a spot to whoever wins the senior tournament gets to play around with like fucking Scotty Scheffler at fucking Augusta or something, and they get the chance to.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want to see the Tin Cup where he wins, now I'm just thinking, if you want to see the Tin Cup where he wins, you just watch for the love of the game. That's pretty much what that is. Or like what it tries to be, which is the weirdest Sam Raimi joint ever. Oh my God, I can't believe.
I don't even remember that's Sam Raimi.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe in Sam Raimi without Bruce Campbell. That's
well, for fucking good reason. If you for the love of the game, no, I'm not just shitting all over it. Kelly Preston can do no wrong.
She cannot.
I love a straight.
Yeah, R.I.P.
You guys see that?
R.I.P.
Some weird Sam Raimi movies.
Which one?
Fucking a straight story. Richard Farnsworth.
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, the greatest David Lynch movie ever made, in my opinion.
David Lynch movie, yeah, and that's not a Sam Raimi movie.
That's David Lynch, but it's a wild one, and it's about Iowa. That's like the best movie about Iowa.
Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams.
It's like the only movie about Iowa, really.
Field of Dreams is good. No, watch A Straight Story. Watch A Straight Story. That's all I can say.
Well,
that movie is Iowa. If you watch,
it's probably no My Summer Story. I'll tell you that.
Nothing is My Summer Story because that movie doesn't exist, sir.
No, it's a real fucking movie. It stars Mary Steenburgen and Charles Grodin.
Keep it up in your mind.
It's fucking Kieran Culkin, Oscar winner Kieran Culkin is in it. It's real. It's a real joint that
Aaron
happened.
McGavin will always be the dad. Charles Grodin.
1993 was there. You smoked it. I smoked it, and we all passed it to the president.
Sounds like an HBO movie.
But he didn't inhale.
Well, I can't speak to that. But so I just think, the Romeo story, and it's like Tin Cup 2, Romeo must die or something. Romeo, I hope he doesn't die. But there's your Seagull pitch, whiskey.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Linda, and I love Linda Hart. But if you want to go for Oscars for Cheech Marin, you need to get Rosie Perez in there, and like that's his thing. He needs to get Rosie Perez, and then he can win the U.S. Open once he gets that. That's the girl he needs to get.
It's funny though, like honestly, we're doing all the pitch, but honestly, if you just remade it and it's just everybody's old,
No,
it'd be the same, but it would still work. It would just, it's one of those movie sequels where you don't have to improve upon the first one. You just kind of bring
Yeah,
the team
I
back.
don't think it would work because I'm telling you right now, like Tin Cup in 2025 would not bring people to the movies. Like if you,
I don't-
yeah,
yeah,
100%. You're right about that.
You're an idiot
I
if
hate
you
to say
release
it,
it
yeah.
in theaters.
Yeah.
You release this on like Amazon Prime.
Well, that goes to
But
show
even at
you
that-
drop a piece of shit like Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix and it breaks every fucking record in the books. You drop that shit in fucking theaters and it's Beetlejuice, which is an abomination. Needs an abortion.
Wow. Oh, wow, we're friends.
I'm just saying.
First we're talking about
So the
Jack.
dark
now
side,
we're talking
Mel.
about Beetlejuice.
Well, I'm just saying some people need to retire. But not Michael Keaton and not Tim Burton. I didn't mean to apply that. Any rate, I'm just digging myself.
Actually,
into
these nostalgia thirst movies, just do what Warren Beatty does. Once a year, Warren Beatty dresses up like Dick Tracy.
You sick fuck.
Just do that. Just dress up like Beetlejuice. Just dress up like, Peter Venkman. Just
put on your fucking Lakers jersey.
put
Sit
on
on the couch, you old fucking fool.
Zoom in. We'll watch it.
Dance, Spider, dance. Dance, Spider, dance.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were all right, Spider. I'm sorry, Spider. I thought you said you were Spider. All right, Spider. Yeah, fuck. We gotta do Goodfellas too. Goddamn. There's still a lot we need to do before we fucking close the lights on this fucking show. And we need to get a spa a la Tin Cup style. That's one of my favorite things. Just the pathos with which they respect their jacuzzi, their kiddie pool outdoors in the Texas heat. There's so many things about this movie that are just poetry to me. Renee Russo is just poetry to me. Every time has she ever been less than perfect? Like, come on.
No,
I'm telling you, you guys got to watch the remake of Thomas Crown Affair again.
I think it's great. That's a great movie.
Epic. She's epic in that. Oh,
yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was '99. I know that's a pretty highly regarded film. There was a lot of partying in '99. I didn't have time I was never sober enough to go to the Thomas Crown Affair. I don't think that whole year.
You were building your bunker. Your white.
I was building
99, I wasn't watching the Thomas Crown Affair.
Yeah,
I was drinking Crown and Coke.
I think honestly as prestigious as I got then was probably seeing American Beauty, which because of Kevin Spacey has now aged like milk in the sun. So, and I guess for other reasons too, obviously. But that's another story. Yeah. Tune in next week for American Beauty 2: The Audacity. I've been waiting to subtitle a movie The Audacity for so long. At least I finally got that fucking joke in there. Who knew? Well, everyone. Yeah, it's fucking A.
Still safer that movie. Annette Bening. All right. Hurrah.
Hey, Peter Gallagher can do no wrong, and getting nailed by the king is kind of where America is now, I guess. Sigh. Well, I don't know. Is there a weird, Tin Cup 2 that we didn't, throw out, like the one that came on Showtime and starred Jason Scott Lee, the Berlin decision or something? Is there
like the Kinemax Tin Cup? Like what do you?
Shannon Tweed in Tin Cups?
Yeah, Tin Cups. Yeah.
I'd watch it.
In 3 double D.
Jim Wynorski Tin Cup.
Oh goddamn! I'd watch it. Fuck you! I'd watch it. I'd watch it twice.
Double cups.
I get the Blu-ray.
In 3, 3 double.
Yes, large cups. Well, fucking A. I guess we did it. I don't know. Did we do it? I don't know. Maybe we did it. Is there? Is there the old version?
We talked about a great classic movie that everybody should watch. If you haven't
We
watched
did, yeah.
it,
If
watch
nothing
it.
else, just go back and watch it. It's perfect. It doesn't, it doesn't
Don't
need
listen
the
to us.
Rocky,
Don't, our show doesn't matter. Just go watch.
But I'm just gonna say,
It's like fine wine.
I would have been totally happy even if they did the Rocky thing and just like every couple of years, give us another Tin Cup, give us, Tin Cup 2, 3, 4, 5, and eventually Tin Cup Balboa.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I don't need the creed. I don't need the passing it off to the next generation. I think we've had enough of that. Enough of the kids, enough of the resetting the clock kind of things. The only thing I will say is I would like also if he is a success, if you did like a Flash to Today movie and he has been a success all this time, but still held on to his roots and the fact that he still lives in a Winnebago, it's just a really nice Winnebago. I think that would be an interesting place to start from.
Like if he was still doing if he's doing the tours and he's still living in the Winnebago, still living at the driving range, basically that whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because all these like Top Golf places are sparking up everywhere where you got these electronic monitors that monitor how far you go out and everything's all on, digital now, blah, blah, blah. It'd be cool if like a place they're coming and try to buy his range out and say they can offer him all this money if they put in all these, high class, monitors and stuff, but he doesn't do it. And, pros can't find a place to train the old way except for his place. So they go there and just beat dirt balls, That'd be like interesting to see.
I like that. It's like Tin Cup 2 Top Golf Maverick or something.
It reminds me of Revenge of the Nerds Part 2 when they're trying to save the hotel.
Oh, Nerds in Paradise is a wonderful time. It's only failure is trying to be so sweet and earnest. It should have been, if Nerds 2 was raunchier, it would have been a perfect sequel. If you just made that movie R-rated, it would have been perfection.
I love Fake Gilbert.
Oh no, get out of here with your fucking Fake Gilbert in Revenge of the Nerds 3. You're like a dog on someone's leg with the Fake Gilbert thing. You love that. You sick bastard. You love other people's suffering is what you love.
I do.
You love nothing more than that. Well, I guess then I should give you a chance to promote whatever you've got coming up in the world that's going to make people suffer. What do you got? You got some articles about B-movie 1,000 Cats?
No, I wish. No, but you can get on Amazon. We've just launched there's a short story collection from Burial Books called Weird Tales for Your Reptilian Brain, featuring my body horror story, Random Mark. So get your copy today and enjoy.
Wow, that's a deep cut for you. I didn't see that one coming, I gotta say.
Welcome.
The Nino. What's going on? What's going on at Retrofiend these days?
Come by, check it out if you haven't already. Retrofiend Radio, go to YouTube. It's not radio. I know the name's weird, but it's documentaries about making movies, obscure, weird shit. So go by, check it out. I know we're always dropping stuff randomly. So
the shorts have been fire lately, I gotta say. If you're not following Retrofiend Radio on YouTube and on Facebook and Insta and all that and all those places, you are missing out. Because I think they were just dropping soundtrack gems from the Malibu Bikini Shop. It's a recent joint dropped by Retrofiend. I'm doing some more promo for you. And that is God's work, folks. That's what we call that. As is Ian's work. Everything Ian writes is fire, so go out and get all that. Mickey, anything going on? Rick Barth and the Line Landing recordings, anything? Keeping low pro.
But there is a little I don't know if you've seen, but there's a VCR discussion group already out there.
Oh, well, I may have to give that a looking into. Well, thank you to whoever started that one.
It's the great Angie.
Oh, Angie Saunders, you are a hero to all of us. Thank you so much for all the support and for watching for so long. We love you, Angie. And the whole Saunders clan, everybody, Mikey, John, Toots LaRue. Thank you so much for watching so much, guys. I guess that means it's time for me to say that you Fandom fans might want to tune in next Wednesday at 9 p.m. when we jack off Harrison Ford's plane for our Air Force One episode.
Oh.
As always, if you enjoyed this video, the best way to help is to smash that like button and leave a comment telling us what movie or TV franchise that you want us to cover in a future episode of VCR Redux. And since you're already doing that, you might as well go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow Retrofiend Radio, Fandom Spotlight, and Pop Culture Punk. Till then, back up those Betamax, rewind those Laserdiscs, and we'll see you at the movies.